Boom, boom, bam. Yo, 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 yo. Let's go, let's go. It's the Great Debate Show. 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 Welcome to the Great Debate Show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Uncle JJ, your favorite uncle in the world. I do this weekdays here on YouTube and TikTok Live, usually noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, sometimes just whenever I can get in, but you're going to get content each and every weekday, regardless of the time. If you subscribe and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on YouTube, you're going to see me when I pop up. And same thing goes for TikTok. If you just follow, you'll see me when I pop up. Let me take a little time to get everybody in here. Gather around, gather around. Classes in session, classes in session. How are y'all doing? Good afternoon, good evening, I should say, kings and queens. Hope all is well. Hope you've had a terrific Tuesday. It's been one hell of a day for me. Barnacle in the building. What's up, Barnacle? He said, got the notifications on. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's how smooth it works. Just like butter, baby. Butter. Just like that. You hit that notification bell, like I said, whenever I pop up. If you hit that bell, I'm going to pop up. And OCCG, he knows how to hit that bell because he's always usually the first one in. Barnacle beat you today, CG. That's a first. Somebody beat you, but thank you for coming back with me, OC. Hope all is well. He said, Uncle JJ looking snazzy. All right, yeah, a little bit, man. I had a lot to do today, man. I had a lot of business ventures and things like that to take place, so I couldn't be with y'all for my normal lunch hour. But hey, we just gonna have dinner together this evening. Then I guess whether you're on your jog or you're at the park with the dog or your commute home from work, gym, whatever it may be, or at the dinner table or whatever, come on with me. Let's enjoy the evening. It's a terrific Tuesday, and it's the Great Debate Show. I don't have a lot to talk about, but the biggest story today, I think, is what happened in Indianapolis with the Indianapolis Colts. And that's what I'm ready, trying to let everybody come on in, get a few more in here so we can talk about it. The Indianapolis Colts named their starting quarterback this morning. I mean, they did it pretty early, too. I predicted that this was going to happen, but then I saw Anthony Richardson on Saturday, and I was like, you know what? I know he stays hurt, but he's still better than Daniel Jones. If he could just stay healthy for a chance and just let them work. He put together a good drive and made some good throws. I will never forget that 60-yard bomb that I saw him throw last season. And it was a touchdown. The pinpoint accuracy, the spiral on that baby, it was just, I'm like, damn, this dude, he can't be a bust, can he? He can put together good drives. He can make good throws. Is he still wet behind the ears? Yes, he needs more reps. This just needs to be repetitious. It needs to be snap after snap, series after series, drive after drive. He just needs more playing time. I heard somebody saying something today that made a lot of sense as far as how C.J. Stroud and even JD5, Jayden Daniels, and all these quarterbacks, these young quarterbacks, had way more snaps, some of them twice as many games and snaps as far as college reps than Anthony Richardson had at Florida. He just needs more game reps. He just needs more snaps. But this is what happens, though, when you are unable to be available. His inability of availability is what has hurt him. They saw more with Daniel Jones. Now, I ain't seen enough to be impressed, but don't get it twisted. All right, Daniel Jones is trash, and we know that. Daniel Jones, give it 3-4 weeks. Anthony Richardson will be right back in the starting lineup. But if not, this sucks for Anthony Richardson. I can't blame anyone but Anthony Richardson because a lot of this stuff starts between the ears. Every time he gets hit or gets injured or gets hurt, sometimes it's on him. It's not always the line not protecting him. It's that you don't have the vision. You're not scanning the field. You're not good enough yet with your pre-snap reads. You didn't see that this guy was going to come at you unprotected. You didn't get your protection. You didn't call your protection. You didn't get the right people to be in the right place to pick up the blitz. You didn't see things happening pre-snap. So after the snap, these are the things that happen. And And when these things happen, he's like he's made of glass. So an unfortunate situation for Anthony Richardson, but yeah, sometimes that's just how the chips fall, bro. And I hate to see that because I know Daniel Jones is bad, and I know Indianapolis Colts fans. Well, I don't know. Maybe some Colts fans feel a different type of way. I don't know. Again, I don't feel sorry for him, but then again, I kind of do. I kind of do, but I understand. Shane Steichen's got a decision to make, and he had to make it, and this was his decision. I think either way, he loses his job because if he doesn't play Anthony Richardson, who could have saved him, he could have saved him if they could keep him upright. Daniel's definitely going to get you fired. He's going to get you fired. I don't care what you think or what you say. He's going to get you fired. All right, let me speak to everybody. Now that I got a few of y'all up in this bitch. It's your boy, Uncle JJ, man. It's the Great Debate Show. Thank y'all for coming in and joining me. Different time. We switching it up. I was busy today for the lunch hour, so we're here for the rush hour traffic. Y'all listen to me while y'all in traffic. And if you are doing something else other than driving, then watch and listen. What's up to you, Ebuser? I'm sorry. Ebuser Yitits says hi. Hi. Barnacle said, he ain't lying, Unc, looking sharp. He ain't lying, Unc, looking sharp. Thank you. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate it, man. It just been busy today, man. Patty in the building. Patty says hi. Hello, Patty. Raider Nation. Another Raider in the building from Sajar. Sager. $. What's up? Hello, hello. Hello to User. Hello to OCCG. That man crazy, man. Somebody said that on TV. How'd your girl? She said something different. I'm thinking about Chappelle's show. When she said, hide your money, y'all. It's broke ninjas around. With your broke ass. Anyway, that's the Chappelle show. This man crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Okay, we've seen enough of Daniel Jones to know he ain't ish. What you said, Barnacle. Shane Steichen, man, he's going to get fired for sure if this doesn't pan out. Daniel Jones popped off the screen a few times and made a few plays on the run. He can use his legs a little bit. We know that, but not like Anthony Richardson. Anthony just needs to stay healthy. Trust me. I think by week 3, week 4, we will see Anthony Richardson under center again for the Colts. Or maybe not. Let's talk about a possible trade for Anthony Richardson. And if so, where would you trade Anthony Richardson to? Could he be J.J. McCarthy's backup in Minnesota? Could he be traded to the Rams, who may need a backup, even though Stetson Bennett may be the guy? They got a full room for right now, but something tells me they could use another quarterback at some point here. Teddy Bridgewater looked good in Tampa, so I would say they got that backup position sold up in Tampa. I don't know. I'm just just off the top of the head, like, what's going to happen with him if he doesn't work out in Indianapolis? You're going to have to move him. Okay. Let's keep it moving here. Joshua Ellis in the building said, what's up? Hello, Joshua. Thank you for joining me. Rolina says hello from Spain. That's what's up. I meant to give some props and shout outs. Okay, TikTok is starting to come in, so bear with me, y'all. I'm about to speak to y'all too. They get mad when I don't speak, which I do every time. Sometimes I just don't do it fast enough for them. What was I about to say? Yeah, the Great Debate Show is available wherever you get your podcast. Hit the follow button, rate, review, and follow. I forget to mention sometimes that I get a lot of people from Spain, the UK, China, Turkey. You'd be surprised. Well, I am surprised still every time, in Russia. So yeah, get a lot of those people. I appreciate you being here on here from Spain. On the audio side, Spotify, I have a lot of listeners coming from that area. I appreciate you. I really do. And I hope I didn't botch your name, Ralina. Thank you for joining me. Joshua, what's up, man? He said, can I get a shout out? Shout out, Joshua. What's up, baby boy? Hope all is good. Lil Sip 55 in the building said, what's good, Jay? Man, I can't call it, man. How you doing, brother? Hope all is well with you. Hope all is well with you. I know who Lil Sip is now. Man, I'm so slow, man. I know who that is now. How you doing, man? Okay, finally I'm popping up in these people's algorithm. That's what's up. I'm all well, man. I hope you good too, bro. Hope you good, man. That's Jamae, man. I remember Jamae. I remember him, old work buddy from back in the day. Hope all is well, man. How they roll been treating you? Joshua said, you like the Seahawks. Stop playing. I'm a Seahawks fan. I know you are. You gotta be. To ask me that. You Berser said hello from Turkey. There it is. Somebody is from Turkey also on here on YouTube. All right, now, don't let me find out. Don't tell me Unc is finally about to blow up. You wait up in this biatch. Alonzo in the building. What's up? The roller coaster ride of Shadir Sanders. What's up with that? Man, you know what's up with it. But I ain't trying to get canceled today. Well, I'll take that back. I say it all the time. I'm already canceled. I've been canceled. So y'all can't cancel me. I talked about Shadir Friday. No. Yesterday, a little bit yesterday, I talked about Shadir. And you know what's up, man. It's primetime son. And for whatever reason, they hate him. I don't know why, but they're treating him the exact same way all 32 teams were treating him the first 4 rounds that they decided not to draft his ass. I don't know. He's not a Nepo baby either. I mean, like, he's not in the NFL due to nepotism. It almost kept him out of the league. He barely got drafted. So I don't understand it. I want to thank Ebuzer Yititz from Turkey for the subscribing to the Great Debate Show. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's really hard to get people to hit the subscribe button. It's hard to get people to hit the follow button on TikTok. So whenever I see that while I'm live streaming, I'm going to always shout out and say thank you because I appreciate it. Turkey in the house. But Alonzo, bro, you know what's up, man. You know what's up. But anything that we say, we play in the race card. But you know what's up. Okay. DJ is the Terminator. It's going to be the start of my revenge tour. Okay. Well, good luck with that. Your revenge tour. Your revenge tour? Okay, cool. Lil Sip 55 said, my Bengals look like they're going to suck again this season. The defense looks like it's going to suck again. Yeah, it does. And that's the reason why. And I know you hadn't been following or seeing me, whatever, Lil Sip, but I've been telling my audience for the past 2-3 months. Joe Burrow should ask for a trade. Now, I know you don't want to hear that being a Bengal fan. And this is a real Bengal fan that's talking right now. Lil Sip 55 on YouTube. He was talking about the Bengals when they had Andy Dalton. He said he was a Bengal fan when Corey Dillon was their running back. So this is a real diehard fan now. But I've been saying, don't pay Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Just keep one of them and we know which one it is you got to keep. That's Jamar Chase. And then when it comes down to Higgins, man, look, Joe Burrow is that dude regardless, right? That's the baddest. That's one of the baddest MFers in the game. He don't need to have 2 number 1s or a 1A and a 1B. All he needs is Jamar Chase and anybody else. If they can get open, get some separation, he'll make it work. Trey Hendrickson is the one that should be signed, and he's not there. They could have gotten him a corner or a linebacker or maybe some offensive lineman because Joe Burrow still took way too many hits last night than I wanted to see. And I ain't even a Bengals fan. So I say they're wasting his prime, and I say he needs to get the hell out of Cincinnati. Again, I know you don't want to hear that, but ownership is still trash. They're not going to pay people, and they're not going to do what they need to do. They only did this to appease Joe Burrow. But if they still can't stop anybody, do you trust Joe Burrow to score 40 points every Sunday? That's what they would have to do. That defense still looks trash. But I'm sorry, though, man. If everybody's telling me that Joe Burrow is the number 1 quarterback in the league or top 3, which is really not wrong, but if he is the best quarterback in the league, if y'all putting him over Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, then he needs to find a way into the playoffs. I'm sorry. I can't see Joe Burrow miss the playoffs again. No excuses. He's going to have to figure it out somehow, some way. I mean, the pressure shouldn't be on him like it's on Trevor Lawrence and Tua Tagovailoa and Justin Herbert, but he still got to get back to the playoffs. What he did in 2021 was 4 years ago. But thank you for the comment, Silk. Luthino says, where are you from, bro? You can't tell. I'm from the South. I know you hear it, right? I know you hear it. Yeah, my country ass is in Memphis, Tennessee, man. Born and raised. Okay. I mean, really from the Silk, but from the top of Mississippi. So they say we're Memphis. Daniel Hasbun in the building, giving us a scripture, a good scripture from the good book. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Amen. Amen. Okay, Barnacle in the building. New England should scoop him up. Not all the way sold on Drake May, to be honest. He doesn't have the wow factor. Might be wrong. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know what to say about him, so I do something that most content creators don't do at all. Say I don't know. I really don't know. He don't look bad on Madden. I played with him the other night and I beat 2 people, like back to back. I was feeling myself, so I said, let me try it again. This shit ain't gonna work this time. And I'm playing and I'm like, oh shit, I won again with Drake May. Y'all didn't tell me Drake May can move. Like, he's kind of a dual threat. So now somebody came on here and said on TikTok that Drake May is gonna be like the 2nd best quarterback up in the league. I don't know about that. But with Stephon Diggs and they got Will Campbell, they drafted out of LSU on that O-line, man. Look, sky's the limit. We'll see what the Patriots do. But I think that the Patriots are looking for Micah Parsons or Trey Hendrickson. They came out and said the other day, we will give up a 1st round or a 2nd round pick for a big name. Micah Parsons is a big name. They're trying to do some more things, and they got the money and the cap space and the draft capital to do it. Reggie Wright in the building said, tighten the fuck up. Tighten up. What's up? That's the Titan fan who comes in here and says that every now and then. Tighten up. Cam Ward got into a scuffle with Jeffrey Simmons in Titans practice yesterday. Cam Ward's got some dog in him, man. You ain't scared to go up against big Jeffrey Simmons. He got some dog in him. We're going to see what's up. He holds himself accountable. I like that. I can't wait to see what the Titans do. Remember I said this. Cam Ward, Calvin Ridley. Going to be a nice duo this season. You heard it here first. Okay. Alonzo also says if they trade him, the fan base will leave also. Who, Micah Parsons or Trey Hendrickson? The Cowboys fan base ain't going nowhere. I don't give a damn who they trade. They ain't going nowhere. That's why Jerry Jones had so much fun with this. That's why he collects so much money. Who are you talking about there, Alonzo? Bailey Breakdown, where you been, Bailey? Hi, Bailey. Alonzo says, I know, bro. Be blessed. Godspeed on the situations. Gotcha. Same to you, brother. And thank you. Okay, Shadur. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know if the Browns fans are going to leave. Do Browns fans even want him as their quarterback? Or do they want Dylan? I'm not sure. Alonzo, while you're still here, let me ask you this real quick. Who was Dylan Gabriel talking about? Was he throwing shade? Was that a shot at Shadur when he said, you've got entertainers and you've got competitors, but I'm here to compete? Now, last time I checked, I thought that's what Shadur Sanders was doing, competing, but what was he talking about there? Was he really talking about the media? Because the media hadn't said anything about him yet. Why would he take shots at the media? Well, I'm a part of the media too, just a little bit now, independently. I'm going to take a shot at him every chance I fucking get. Alonzo said, I don't think so. What? Okay. AI? No, that wasn't AI. We watched that brother say what he said. You don't think he was talking about Shadur? Okay. Well, if he was talking about the media, which I think is BS, he ain't seen nothing yet when it comes to the media. All right, let's get over here to TikTok. TikTok and you don't stop. Danny Dimes is the starting quarterback. He's the QB1 with the Indianapolis Colts. Wow. Let's see how that turns out. Okay. Here we go. TikTok. What's up to Benny in the building? Jacob Marino, welcome back. Aaron King, welcome back. Money Johnson, Berber 18, Sean Armstead, Kayla Baby, A. Ron, Steelers, FK, KD, Zane, Rosalio, Thomas, Randall Lee, Ricardo, Shane Walters, Avery, Texas Bro. What's up to y'all, man? Hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all having a terrific Tuesday. Get pumped. Austin, Claudia Culver, Texan Bro, Shane Waters, Amanda Craig, James, Chris Picos, Noah, Witty Wit. Thank y'all for joining, man. Top Dave, thank you for liking the video. B the Barber. What's up, Barber? Thank y'all for joining me. James Dolan, East Coast. Ty Anderson, Texas Ted, Dawkins 853, Zach, Brian back in the building, the Eagle fan, he's back. Michael Schaus, Dawkins 853 says JT has top five running back potential. Who is JT? Jonathan Taylor? He used to be top five. We used to say it was top three. What happened to Jonathan Taylor? Too many injuries or what? Let me make sure he's talking about Jonathan Taylor. Dawkins 853 in the building. Matt Holmgren? Matt Holmgren. All right, I like that. Fee KD says new here. What's good, Unc? You? And thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming. I hope this isn't your only time. I hope you like what you see or what you hear and you come on back and you keep rocking with us here on the Great Debate Show. Joseph Trimmer, that's my guy. He's back. He's back. I missed the Raw main event last night. Was the match good? Of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't. But Monday Night Raw wasn't bad, to be honest. But you didn't miss much on that main event. When the main event started is when I started setting my lighting up and everything, turn my laptop on. That's when I started getting everything together. I'm not watching that, you know. But it was okay. Did you see the Tribal Chief? He came back like I told you he would. He was booked for last night. He showed up. He didn't get his sneakers back or his shoe follower, but he did get the Superman punch on Bronson Reed. Got a good spear from out of nowhere on Braun Breaker. That was good how they done that. Other than that, that was it. Not bad, though. Will you miss Eric Armstead? Eric Armstead was gone last year. Didn't think about him. Didn't think about him. Well, I did think about him once. When we couldn't stop the run worth a damn, I was like, damn. Eric Armstead wasn't bad at stopping the run. You know? So, but nah, not really, though. Because I thought Buckner was better than Armstead. But, yeah. Why would you ask me about Armstead? Are you a Jaguar fan? Why would you ask me about Armstead? The Cooper movie. Thank you for the comment, Coop. Thank you for the #1 gifter badge. Also, the rose. Thank you. Appreciate it. Rassle Talks. Back in the building. What's up? Saying, hey, uncle. Man, what's up? All my nieces and nephews, how y'all doing? Gerald Jenkins, 35, says 49ers. Yes. Bang, bang, G. Bang, bang. Established in 86. I like that. Established in 86 says trade him for Kenny in Cleveland, and he can back up Sanders. Hold up. Let me rewind. Trade who? Hold on. Trade who for Kenny? Kenny Pickett, I'm sure, right? And he can back up Sanders. Who? Oh, Anthony Richardson. Man, I'm all over the place with what I'm talking about. Talking about different players with different comments. I got you. I got you. Anthony Richardson backing up Shador. Well, y'all know Flacco's not getting cut, okay? Flacco's going to be the starter for the first couple of weeks at least. I would say the first quarter of the season. Now, when we get to October, I think Stefanski, knowing that he's on the hot seat and he still could get fired, quarterback or no quarterback, which all of this is not on him. I'm kind of a fan of Stefanski. He just counts some bad breaks with these quarterbacks. I would say that after about 3 or 4 weeks, he will get impatient and know that I got to do something here. Flacco's a veteran, and we know that he's serviceable, but we know that he's not going to really he's not going to really push the ball down the field like that. He's not going to really just speed this thing up, spread the offense, get it really clicking, get everybody on the same page, really putting up 30 points and stuff like that. That ain't what's going to happen. It's going to be, look, just be safe. No, don't F up and lose the game for us. Just play not to lose. But you're going to get more of him playing not to lose more than a quarterback that you need to play to win the game. And so I think that's where Stefanski will get impatient and realize my job is on the line here, man. Look, I'm sticking my neck out. Flacco, you out. Shador, you're in. And I think Kenny Pickett definitely could get traded. I mean, why not? We haven't even gotten to see him in the preseason. And that's the bad part about it being only 3 games. Everybody's getting reps and trying to get reps, and there's not enough room for everybody. Not enough snaps. JD in the building. There's my favorite fan, damn near, I believe. JD, how you doing? JD always says hi, and usually she asks me about the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm waiting to see if that's going to happen. Gerald Jenkins says follow. Okay, yeah, thank you for following. Go Bills says 45 CJ. And there it is, JD, Chiefs fan, go Chiefs. doesn't fail every time. Let's see here. See, we family now. You know, family knows family. And I know y'all. I know y'all by now. Sometimes I know what y'all about to type before y'all even type it. VKD says, how about them Falcons? I like Michael Penix Jr. I'm optimistic. I only had a few games to watch, but I'm optimistic with Michael Penix Jr. He's another quarterback that's real hard on himself, holds himself accountable. I like that. His offense is going to be pretty good this year, but the defense, I'm still not quite sure if they're ready yet. If they are, the NFC South is going to be wide open too. It's going to be deep, but it's wide open for anybody to win it right now. 49ers, yes, says G. Yeah, bang, bang. Bang, bang, says Brian. Niner game. Bang, bang, Brian. Eraser in the building. Thank you for following. Thank you for the heart. The heart me. Thank you. For becoming number 6 fan in the fan club also. Thank you, Eraser. Anonymous is in the building. Do you think Shook should start for the Saints or Rattler? Man, look. I've seen Rattler, and I think I've seen enough to know he ain't it. So let's just go ahead and see what Shook has. Why not? There's nobody, there's no Flacco. There's no veteran like Flacco in that Saints locker room that can just, you know, stall that rookie some time. So let's let him go on and play. Kellen Moore being the play caller, let him go on and get to it and see how he can help him out. I just really don't have anything positive to say about the Saints this season, though. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. But who knows? That's why they got to play the games first. What if the Saints come around and start off like 4-0 or some shit? You know? The Saint fans just, woo, they get on. They're so annoying, you know, when you get to New Orleans. I mean, we have fun, but man, they can be annoying. Like, they won't let you walk by with a Niner hat on without saying the same 2 words that I get so tired of hearing when I'm in New Orleans. You know? Who that? Like, damn. He just had to say it. Who that? And I'll be like, we that. And then we'll beat them. And then they stop playing and they get quiet. And then they want to, you know, they want to get gangster. Patriots fans here from Massachusetts. How do you feel about Trayvon Hendrickson? Oh, man, I'm hearing a lot of good things about him. Enough to watch the film, and then I've seen it for myself. They got a good running back in the backfield. And if they can balance it, keep it balanced, it's going to be popping. I think big things will be popping in Foxborough. Do you think Shook should... Oh, I read that already. I'm sorry. But thank you for the comment, Anonymous and Eraser. I think you got a good running back. Don't be good. I feel good about him. And I want to say I had well over 100 yards both games that I won with the Patriots on Madden. Frank the Tank is back. He's back. Here we go. Frank the Tank, what's up, man? Your Edge versus Cena match still could possibly happen. How you doing, brother? Do you think they put enough weapons around them to succeed? Oh, the Patriots? I'm not sure yet. It looks like they kind of did. But, man, a lot of times we have these free agent busts where they just don't pan out. They just don't pan out. And I don't know which one of those will it be. Diggs is coming back from an ACL injury. Year 1 from the ACL injury. He's on pace to, you know, play, but he's in question for week 1. But I don't know. I can't answer that just yet. Because sometimes these free agents, man, on paper it looks good, and then they just, whether it be scheme, fit, coaching, or whatever, they don't always pan out with that new team that they signed with and got all that paper, all that loot. Rip the pops, man. Rip the pops. Big money made around here. Some big money made around here. Anonymous. I don't know how I keep coming back to that comment. We got the bag. I think they gave him weapons. They gave him the weapons. They did. We got the bag. You do. And they may be trying to trade for Michael Parsons or Trey Hendrickson also. Michael Parsons would be easier because he's coming from the NFC. They said that they would give up a 1st-round pick or a 2nd-round pick for a big name. Why would the owner come out and say that? I mean, the general manager come out and say that. What's your opinion of the boys looking to trade Miles Sanders or cutting him? The Cowboys? Miles Sanders, I hadn't heard his name in years. He's still in the league? We'll come back to that. I'm sorry, I don't recall. Miles Sanders, you mean the boys? Is that the Cowboys? Thoughts on Danny Dimes? Thoughts on, damn, where did it go? Thoughts on Danny Dimes winning the starting job, says Carson Wentz. Shane Steichen's ready to get fired. He might as well put his 2 weeks notice in right now. I understand that he wants somebody available, but that still ain't the guy. I bet you they'll be calling Cleveland saying, hey man, are y'all gonna trade Shedeur? All right, give me Kenny Pickett then. And that won't work either. So Shane Steichen is fired. I think that Anthony Richardson could have saved it. Give it about 3 weeks, week 4. I think Anthony Richardson will be back. If he was talking about him, he's out of bounds. I think Shedeur needs to have and play with more of a chip on his shoulder. I think he probably has a chip on his shoulder. He just doesn't want to say it, maybe. Good comment, though, Eraser. Frank the Tank. 49ers Razorbacks. We doing romper room. Man, we need to get some people healthy. I actually got some news on that. We do have a few people that came back to practice today healthy. Eraser said, are you on YouTube too? I am, right now. I'm on YouTube too, live right now as we speak. I got to get back to a few of those people too. And then I'm going to go ahead and talk about what I need to talk about and get out of here. I am on YouTube too, though, Eraser. Just type in The Great Debate Show and subscribe. And hit that notification bell too, ladies and gentlemen. What do you expect out of the Niners this year? I expected 11-6, but right now, I'm not so sure about that. Benjamin Baustin, what's up? Brand Niner, what's up? Bang, bang. Hot Pepper Queen in the building. Who do you think is the worst NFL general manager? Whew. God, that's a good one. The worst NFL general manager right now? Jerry Jones. I'm sorry, that's easy. What was I thinking? I was trying to think of somebody, like out of the box, something different. I know I gave you an easy answer, but it is the truth, though. He's been the worst general manager for a long time. They draft good, but he didn't know when to go get the right free agent. He didn't go get free agents at all. He doesn't know when to pay his would-be free agents, soon-to-be free agents. He likes to pay them, but he likes to pay them at the last minute and overpay them. So he's the worst. And he doesn't even know it. So that makes him even worse. Vicky Barras in the building. Thank you for the number 3 gifter badge and sending that rose. Thank you so much, Vicky. It is football season. Yes, it is. And it's good. I mean, I watched Joe Burrow and JD5 last night put on a shootout show. I know it didn't last long, but it was still good to see. I'm like, damn, I wish it was September. Yeah, that was good. Thank you, Vicky, for the comments. Let's go Niners, says the Musty Goose. Bang, bang. Musty? Let's go. Let's go Niners. I don't know how it's going to go, though. We're so damn injured. Can't say. Vicky said, how about those Vikings? The Vikings are good. And their head coach is even better. Kevin O'Connell, big fan. I've questioned, can J.J. McCarthy elevate the Vikings? And I've only seen a few series in the preseason so far. He didn't even play week 2 preseason game. But, yeah, I think y'all going to be fine. I mean, Justin Jefferson, the best, or one of the best wide receivers in the game. Now, Addison will be gone for the first 3 weeks. But y'all got a good backup running back in Jordan Mason coming over from the 49ers. I was pissed off that we traded him for a bag of chips and a ham sandwich. So y'all going to be just fine. Just fine. If that's your team. I'm sure it is, right, Vicky? Bang, bang, Niner gang, says Lex. What's up, Lex? Bang, bang. Thank you for joining me. Darius Collins, 228. Thank you for joining. What's up, brother? Hope all is well. Jose Rodriguez, hi to you. Frank the Tank says you're awesome. Yeah, I am, ain't I? Nah, I'm kidding. Thank you, Frank. How old is Jake Moody? Psh, you would think he's older than me. Sometimes he kick like he's my age with his bipolar ass. Hendrickson returned a 100-yard kick return. Says Hot Pepper Queen. Really? I missed that. Oh, no, I didn't. That was him that did that? Damn. How do you think Debo is going to do in Washington this season? He's going to be just fine because Cliff Kingsbury returned for a second year in Washington. That's going to help JD5 out so much. And Couldn't even tell Terry McLaurin wasn't even on the field. I mean, they just got right to business. But then again, that's how bad the Bengals defense is too. But yeah, Debo's going to be fine. He's got another good year or two in him with the right play callers and the right team. It just wasn't working with us anymore. We can't block for him. He was overweight, out of shape, all of that, and getting hurt. Jacob Cohen was catching the ball today. It's about time. Will he make the team? No, Samson? Bang, bang, too. Samson Pleasant. Thank you for letting me know that. I did hear a little bit about the practice. We got a few players that came back I'm about to get to. I think the Colts general manager is coming close to being the worst, says Hot Pepper Queen. You know, you got a good point there. I just didn't want to say anything because I thought it was Jim Irsay, and he just passed away this year. So I didn't want to, you know, God bless the dead. But, okay, so he was just the owner. I thought he was the owner and GM. You know what, Hot Pepper Queen? You may be right. Chris Ballard, that's his name. Yeah, let's go with him because Jerry Jones is a little bit too easy. Thank you for saying that, Hot Pepper Queen. You may be right because Chris Ballard, I can remember him about to take that job in Indianapolis the same year Jed York, owner of my Niners, was looking to sign Cal Shanahan and John Lynch. But at first it was going to be Louis Riddick as our general manager and Josh McDaniels as the head coach. Well, we looked at Chris Ballard too. But I don't think we got to make it to the interview process because I remember the Colts locking in on him and Jim Irsay hired him, snatched him up. I think he came from Kansas City or was it New England? Either way, my brother's a Titan fan. He wanted him to be their general manager. He was a hot commodity. So I said all of that to say this. This is Cal Shanahan's 9th season as the head coach / general manager because he's the true GM, not John Lynch. The Niner fans know that. Bang, bang. So what I think I'm trying to say is I think Chris Ballard has been there for 8 years, going into his 9th season. What the hell has he done? At least Lynch and Shanahan have NFC Championship appearances, a few Super Bowl appearances. They're all losses nonetheless, but still, he's done nothing but trade for DeForest Buckner. And ain't nothing panned out. He's got one of the best offensive linemen in the league. I can't think of his name right now, but the one from Notre Dame. That's all he's really done. So Hot Pepper Queen, she got the bar of the day so far, the comment of the day. She's probably right. Chris Ballard, it's time to get him up out of here. What the Wayans brothers used to do, peace out. I think it's time for him to do that. But who's going to fire him now? Like, you know, like if his kids took over the team, they don't know anything about football. He could have his job for another 8 years. Pleasant said, Samson Pleasant said Jacob Cohen was catching the ball today. Cowan, yeah. B. Brooks says, who that? If that is, if you're not asking me who I'm talking about, if that who that is referring to the Saints, like I think it is, I'm sorry, brother, but I don't think it's y'all. I don't think it's y'all this year. I don't know. Hope I'm wrong for your sake though. Steel Dre, what's up, man? If McMahon was in charge of the WWE, he would have promoted who's the father of Naomi Baby, with you, so good one, man. Good one. Yeah, man. Yeah, we talked about Naomi last night. Naomi is pregnant. She's expecting, and she had to vacate her Women's World Championship. Good one, Dre. Mike. The Bears. The Bears look all right. The Bears look all right. Did they ever finish that Vince McMahon story on who was his son? Like, did they ever follow through the Hornswoggle thing when they said it was Hornswoggle? I don't remember. Yeah, Vince McMahon would do anything if it got ratings, man. I kind of missed that part, even though I know he shouldn't be back, and he's not even in he's not the same Vince McMahon anymore when it comes to booking, so he shouldn't be back. But man, when he was good, he was good. Moody makes me very moody during the game. Good one, Chastity. You and me both. I just laugh. I just laugh and have a few shots like, okay, I expect him to miss this motherfucker. Oh, damn, he made it. You know, like I'm surprised when he makes kicks because I expect him to miss more than he makes. I think if we think like that more, we'll be in good shape. The problem is, y'all got to stop worrying about this kicker so much. 49er fans. And listen, I'm not getting on your case. I'm just saying the fact that we're so worried about a kicker. Now, I know every team needs a good kicker. But how many teams that really need to rely on a kicker? The teams that aren't that good offensively. And that's our problem. Kyle, do better. And we wouldn't have to depend on Jake Moody or lean on him in his legs so damn much. New York Giants in the biatch, says Darian Hamilton. What's up, D? Southboy 315 in the building said with the number 1 pick in the 2026 NFL draft, the New Orleans Saints select. Hey, man, look, you said it, not me. But I was trying to tell B. Brooks, yeah, that's probably what he's going to be hearing next spring. Probably so. Because that's Tyler Shook or whatever his name is. He ain't going to be it either. Good comment, Southboy 315. Thank you for coming back. Lex said, Southboy, no one good. Perk Nowinski says, I think Shannon. Man, y'all names are killing me. I think Shanny has at least 3 more blown Super Bowls in him. Niners should go for the Bills record. Man, stop. Man, stop. I almost blocked your ass. I hope the hell Shanahan is not there for 3 more Super Bowls. Look, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna be real. And I'm just fucking with you too, man. I'm kidding. But look here. If Kyle Shanahan loses 1 more Super Bowl and doesn't get fired, all because he got us to the Super Bowl, you think that he will win you one day, continue after losing 3? If he loses us a 3rd Super Bowl, he better not be there for a 4th and a 5th one. Man, hell no. If they do that, I probably would have to drop my Phantom. I know I've said that I'm red and gold till I'm dead and cold, but I mean, at some point, how much longer are you going to be grateful that he took your team out of mediocrity? Okay, I'm grateful and I appreciate it, all right? But now I'm over that shit. I'm past it. We're not mediocre anymore. When are you going to get us the 6? I'm tired of talking about quest for 6. Okay, YouTube. Shane Riley is back. What's up, Shane? He said, hey, how much longer do you think Micah Parsons going to hold out for? Hey, man, I've been telling y'all for a week and a half that nothing's going to happen. It's going to get paid. Jerry Jones will pay him the day before week 1 kicks off. I don't know. And I'm going to stand on that. But I'm not going to lie to you. Adam Schefter said some disturbing things this morning that makes me feel like, this actually sounds a little bit different from the CeeDee Lamb talk, Dak Prescott talk, the Ezekiel Elliott talk. This sounds like this really could be a divorce. I'm not saying it's going to happen because I don't want to go back on what I said, but it might be a divorce. I don't know. The Patriots are on the phone with the Cowboys. Hey, man, y'all, I got a 1st round pick for you right now. Right, motherfucking there. How many times do you think Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones are going to hang that phone up? They keep looking over there and saying, I'm not paying whatever that is he's asking for. If they think that they can still get a pass rush without him and take that money that would have went to Micah Parsons and put it on, I don't know, another edge rusher, of course, some more guys to stuff the run or running back. I don't know where the money should go, but the Cowboys draft pretty good. So they can find ways to put that money to good use. I'm not trying to sound crazy now. I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy. I'm not saying trade Micah. I'm saying if you do, there's ways that you can still win after trading him. You just got to do the right thing with that money that was going to go on Micah. And you got to put it to good use somewhere else. You got to get your best bang for your buck and know how to ball on a budget. I don't know, y'all. It could happen, though. Good comment, Shane. Brascoden in the building says, tough one. If we go by market value, it's clear. I'm sorry, I don't even know what he's talking about. I got to stop just reading all these comments before I'm sorry, I don't understand what that. Somebody's worth $200 million, unreal. He's just 18 already. Barca's star. I don't understand some of that stuff, though. But if we're talking about Micah Parsons, he's Barnacle. Damn, battery died. Cal is not the sharpest tool in the shed these days. Nah. When has he ever been? When has he ever been? I mean, like, this offense didn't take 6-7 years to catch on to either. It did not. I think that's just a part of the game. That's why I think sometimes it's fake. He signed a pact, and his pact is to be successful and hold a job for 10 plus years like his dad. The only difference between him and his dad is he had John Elway. And Kyle won't go get that veteran quarterback. He had a chance in 2020. He said, nah, I pass. Yeah, I know you're the GOAT, but we got Jimmy Garoppolo. I would have fired his ass then. Immediate grounds for termination. And then after all of that, after he realized he effed up, he said, all right, let me move all the way up to the draft and go draft a motherfucker that ain't really played no college football in Trey Lance. What's up, Al? Alpha Bula back in the building says, was the loss due to the coach? Which one? Because most of them are. Most of them are if you're talking about Kyle Shanahan. Oh, what did you call him, Dre, last night? Kyle no style? Kyle no style? Shane said, is he losing money? Of course he's not. If we're talking about the same thing, hold on, Shane. What did you say last time, Shane? Oh, that was Micah Parsons. No, he's not losing money because he's holding in, Shane. See, Micah Parsons, this is the new thing they do. Jawan Jennings is holding in. He's not losing any money, and he still ain't practicing with us right now. He's blaming it on a calf injury that I'm hearing is not that big of a deal. Al said, the Niners coach. Yeah, it's him. 9 times out of 10, when we lose, he gets out-coached. I mean, if we got all of the weapons and everybody's there, and we lose, it's Shanahan. Because he coaches not to lose the game, Al. He never coaches to win the game. And even when it looks like it, he's not. It's just they can't stop the run, so I'm going to beat you in the head with it. And that's it. That's why you had games like Jimmy Garoppolo playing in an NFC Championship game with only 8 pass attempts. He's laughing at me. You know I'm not lying, Al. Yeah, not getting Brady was ludicrous. Dude wanted to go there. Yes, he did. And I wanted him there. That was supposed to be my quarterback. That was supposed to be my quarterback. And he threw a shot at Kyle and John Lynch. He said, hey, when I heard that they decided, he was like, that's who you're going to go with over me? Okay, all right. Some people said it was a shot at the Raiders. He's now a part owner of the Raiders. I don't think he was talking about the Raiders. He was talking about us. Nah, that's all right. We good. We got Jimmy G over here. Yeah, but the G stands for garbage, not GOAT. Get rid of him. Yeah, that Lance pick was horrible, says Low-Key Smurf. Yes. Yes. I didn't mind him picking Trey Lance, but not where he picked him at. And I would have been more comfortable with it if we were in a rebuild mode. We were ready to win right now. I don't understand his logic. Sometimes it doesn't seem like he does either. Good comment, Low-Key. Shanahan is the biggest choke artist in the NFL history. Say, you've been watching me. Now, you stole that now. You stole that. Shay Daniel 08. Yes, you're right, and I'm kidding with you. But yeah, I've been saying it for months now. Here live on TikTok and YouTube. I call him the GOAT. The greatest choke artist of all time. That's why I said you must have heard me say that before. But you're right. Everybody's finally coming to the party. Everybody's finally coming to the party. I've been saying get rid of Shanahan for the past 2 years. 3 years. And people were like, why? Y'all are competitive. So, that's why I want another coach, why we're competitive. Because that coach may actually get us our 6th Vince Lombardi trophy. Kyle is just doing enough to keep his job. He knows that team wasn't anything before he got there. He's taking advantage of Jed York and his vulnerability. He doesn't want him to go because it's like, dude, we was like 4-12 before you got here. I'll never fire you. Like, you got to do some pretty bad things for me to fire you. And I think that's what York really does think mentally. And that's why I hate Eddie DeBartolo is not in charge anymore. I hate he's not a part of the team. The greatest owner of all time. I think they think too much of Kyle because of his dad being a good coach. And his dad was all right. His dad was just all right. You know, what did he do after John Elway retired? If John Elway didn't win those 2 Super Bowls, now I'm not saying Shanahan wasn't a good coach, but He wasn't all that. It was, if we can run the ball, we can beat you. But if we can't run the ball, just like his son, I don't know what to do. Do y'all know? Coordinators, my assistants, do y'all know? They stopping and run today. I'm lost. I thought we was going to be able to run the ball and have our way. I ain't got nothing else. I fold. That's Kyle. His dad was basically the same way. And his dad is our coach too, because he stays up in the booth all the time. Just because they don't show him, he's always there. And he's always in his son's ear saying, hey, do this, son. Like, shut the hell up. You're not making it any better. All right, we're on Shanahan's ass today. We're supposed to be talking about Anthony Richardson and the Colts. We're talking about my coach a lot more than I expected. Nah, man, been saying that for years. Okay. Hold on. Been saying what for years? Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, you're smart. I know a lot of Niner fans that are like, he ain't no real Niner. Oh, I'm not a real Niner because I'm spitting facts, because I'm speaking facts, because I'm being brutally honest, because I'm blunt. I'm not a real fan. I lost like 300, 400 followers last year, beginning of the season, because I said we were going to have a Super Bowl hangover and we were going to finish 7-10. We didn't even win 7 games. Do you think those 300 fans came back and said, my apologies? You were just giving your honest opinion on your team, on our team? You were just being unbiased? Yeah, but they did not. They just stayed away. But now, look now, y'all are not like those people on Twitter. Matter of fact, if you don't fuck with Twitter, give me a hell yeah. Or X, I should say. What's up? What's up, Reese? Reese said, what's up? Okay. All right. They said the rain was tomorrow, but it looks like it's going to be right now. Okay, y'all. I'm going to have to wrap this up because, damn, these batteries got low real quick. Okay, y'all. I done read enough comments. I thank y'all for joining in. Never been on that app ever, says Shay Daniel. I know, right? I'm trying to get the followers, man, because a lot of people on there, I see people tweeting wrestling all the time, but when I say it, they don't seem to care. They don't feel me like y'all do. I don't understand. They ain't rocking with Unc over there. I followed you 49ers all the way. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, brother. Here's the guy who knows ball. Thank you, user 273-278. I appreciate that. I do a little something. I know a little something. I appreciate you acknowledging that. And thank y'all for following. How do you feel about Raw last night, says Lawson. Lawson, Raw wasn't that bad last night. I know I come in here week to week and everybody's like, oh, man, you always complaining. Stop watching it. Well, if I don't watch it, then I can't tell you what happened. And so I try to watch it. And I try not to be so hard on Paul Levesque, a.k.a. Trips, Triple L, Triple Nose, Triple Fraud, Triple H. But last night wasn't bad. I will give him his credit when he's doing good, and not so much when he's doing bad. But I like what they're doing with Bailey. Roman Reigns came back last night as I predicted. He still ain't got his shoe follow back, but it's okay. I hate Naomi left. I'm happy for Naomi, but I'm also sad because the selfish part of me says, damn it, Naomi, why did you have to go have a child? But the other part says, you wanted to have a child. I'm so happy for you. But she was the best thing smoking on Raw, especially after Liv Morgan got injured. Liv Morgan and Naomi were my favorite two. I'm not saying they're the best wrestlers, but they were my favorite two. And they're both out. And I really hate that. Because even though I like Rhea Ripley and Becky and Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, they all cool. They cool. But until Bianca gets back, it's gonna be some weak. It's gonna be a weak women's division. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I don't get the same thrill and excitement, and I'm not as intrigued when it's not Naomi and Liv. Liv 2024 Superstar of the Year. Naomi 2025 Superstar of the Year. That means y'all men got to catch up. Jake Moody is the best kicker in the league. Man, stop playing, Mike. you got jokes. But I feel good about the changes we've made this season. 49ers all the way. Thank you, Pleasant. I kind of feel good about it. I'm optimistic, but not as much as I was before I started to see these players drop like flies. I see we're still top heavy, and if anybody gets hurt, we're still just one sprained ankle or a tweaked hamstring away from, pretty much being a practice squad team. And that's what happens when you have to just draft rookie, and expect all of those defensive rookies to show up and show out just like that. I'm optimistic because of Robert Saleh, but he's still going to have his work cut out for him if people start dropping, because we're top heavy. And that offensive line, oh my God. I'm just as worried about the O-line as I am the D-line. And probably worried about the O-line a little bit more, because I know Robert Saleh is about to start bringing some blitz packages and everything. And Chase Lucas, he better make the team. Nick Martin better make the team. Bethune, Marquise Siegel. If we can get him to make the roster and put him in the backfield in the secondary with Mustafa when he gets back, I'm going to call him Eminem. Marquise and, what's his name? Malak Mustafa? Eminem. Those two safeties would be pretty good in that secondary. And I'll let Saleh just work his magic from there. Our O-line depth is terrible. Say it again, brother, for the 49ers in the back. Because they don't hear you. Some fans are telling me, oh, man, we going to be good, man, in preseason. Oh, what you looking at? Not if somebody gets hurt. If Trent Williams misses a game or two, and you know he will, we're losing that game. Now, Spencer Burford looked a little better at left tackle, but now, Kyle, that's just Kyle's stubborn ass saying he can do it. Just keep playing. That's Kyle. I hope Pooney is good by week 1. Pooney's going to be all right. He's going to be fine. I sure hope he does. Good comments, though, Mike. Thank y'all. Chastity, thank you. Thank y'all so much. Sam Dadon, thank you for joining me. I like that. The O-line is why things won't progress. Probably right. Probably right, because the game will still be won in the trenches, and right now we ain't beating nobody in the trenches. At least it doesn't look like it. People just love names. Yeah. That guy Yeager, what's up, big time? Nah, man, that's you, brother. That's you. Hope all is well. We're a profit fest. They don't care about the product, just the profit. This sounds like we're talking about the WWE. But you're right. Yeah, they've been putting their money on those soccer teams. Jed York and everybody. The 49ers, if we're talking about my Niners. Still can't believe Naomi did me like that, man. Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? Oh, Big Jim. She said Big Jim like the Netflix and chill. Man. Yeah, it sounds pretty rough out there, man. Shoot. I was about to say somebody turn the lights on, but I already got the lights on. It's getting kind of rough out there. Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, what do y'all think about Jim Harbaugh? And a few people that were getting at him. Paul Feinbaum said some stuff about him. Paul Feinbaum doesn't really hold back on his words. He didn't really say much wrong either. I love Jim Harbaugh. I do. I like him better than John. I don't think John really does much, but just make the playoffs and choke every time. But we just blame the quarterback, the black quarterback. He should play better, but John should coach better. I digress. Jim Harbaugh's getting a lot of flack right now because of, everything that's going on in Michigan. They're getting penalized heavily, and the black head coach is taking all the smoke. He didn't ask for that. That part I don't like, Jim. As soon as the kitchen got hot, you ran the hell out of there. And you don't really care what goes on now. You're just watching it burn in flames while you're over there in Hollywood, in LA. And you're just watching that building burn down in Ann Arbor. That part, not too good. Some people told me stealing signals is not cheating. Some people say it is. I had somebody break it down as to why it really isn't cheating. But now people are saying he's a cheater. But when I said, hey, man, he can't never win a championship, it doesn't seem, even though I like him, then he finally won. And now people are saying he shouldn't have won it. He cheated. So just wanted to talk about that. Hey, y'all, Terry McLaurin is not going to get his deal. According to the Athletic and Bleacher Report, it says Terry McLaurin is unlikely to get his deal. That sucks. Insiders don't expect McLaurin to get the desired Commander's contract. So what's going to happen with him then? Is he going to go on and play and give in? Will he budge? Or will he just stay out? After watching them last night, he may have to just say, fuck it, I'm playing. Look like they can win without me. Don't know how that's going to work. Trey Hendrickson, what's up with that? Is he going to get traded or what? Some people say the Bengals waited too long to ask for a trade. Everybody kind of knows now he's not playing for the Bengals. So you might as well just release him. They turned down a second-round pick asking for a first-round pick and a young defensive player. I'm just going to leave it at that. The Cincinnati Bengals are just a damn shame. Primetime ST says, let's go Niners. Bang, bang. I like that name, man. I like that Primetime. Purdy better make our mediocre receivers look great with the contract he got. What you said, Mike. And nobody better not come for me when I start shitting on him if he doesn't elevate those mediocre receivers. But he did look pretty good, though. It was against the Raiders, but he did look like Purdy. I will say that. He did look pretty good. Niners should go get Scary Terry. Now, I don't know what the hell's going on. They're not paying him. They're not trading him. Everything's just unlikely. It's unlikely he gets traded. It's unlikely he gets paid. So what the hell are we going to do then? I would love to have Scary Terry, but I don't think he's going anywhere. You know who we may get from Washington instead of Scary Terry? It'll probably be Brian Robinson Jr., the running back, who's about to get released, more than likely, if the trade can't work. And why would it when we know you don't want him? They've got a few running backs I saw last night. I see why they're going to trade Brian. What NFL coach is under the most pressure or has the most to prove? You know who I'm going to say. Kyle. After 6-11, missing the playoffs, you got to do better, bro. You paid your quarterback. You got your quarterback, so we think. I'm still not sold on that yet either, but we'll see. I'll say it's Kyle, but nobody else would agree with that, so I'll be realistic, and I'll say Mike McDaniel. It's either between Mike McDaniel and Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor is trying to get fired in the preseason if he doesn't learn how to take his quarterback out of the damn game. I know you're trying to play these guys because you keep hearing us say, hey, man, what's up with all them slow starts in September? Bruh. But we didn't mean, like, play them too much in the preseason. We just want them to just get some reps, get in and get out. After the first touchdown, I ain't need to see Joe Burrow for a second drive. I'm going to say it's Mike McDaniel or Zach Taylor. Who you got, Dre? McDermott. Oh, wow. Okay, now, I like that comment, Mike, because you're holding the coach accountable, even though if it was the Ravens, people wouldn't say the coach. They'll just say the quarterback. But nobody's going to say Josh Allen. So I'm glad you're saying Sean McDermott. I wish they would do that when we talk about Baltimore. Because just as much as Lamar Jackson doesn't have enough playoff wins, neither does John Harbaugh. As the past 6-7 years he has it, he does it. And that Super Bowl was 13 years ago. I like that. That's different. Sean McDermott. Look, man, I say this. They've been trying to get some edge rushing, and it hadn't worked. Von Miller is washed. If he wasn't, they would have had a Super Bowl by now in Buffalo. Now they've got Joey Bosa. He may not be washed, but he's rinsed. If they could just get a good pass rush, I think the Bills will finally get over that hump. Y'all, I'm about to stop this because I may lose power any minute now, any second. So if anything just goes out and you lose me, that's what it is. But I'm about to wrap it up. I'm pretty much done. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver McMillan is going to be out week 1. Ty Bowles says the wide receiver has severely, strained neck injury. The Giants activate Andrew Thomas. The starting left tackle had a foot injury, but he now returns to practice after passing the physical. Good for him. Malik Neighbors returned to practice also. More good news for the New York Football Giants. He and Cam Scatterbo, the running back, had a hamstring injury. They're both back on the field today. More good news for the New York Football Giants. In other news, the Indiana Fever announced that Sophie Cunningham will miss the remainder of the season. She's got a knee injury. That's the breaking news. Is Caitlin Clark ever going to come back? Something tells me maybe she won't. Maybe that's why Sophie's done. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, she was the enforcer for that team, and now she's done for the year. Edgar to unretire for boxing, the UFC legend, to participate in bare knuckle fighting championship October the 4th. Vince McMahon tried to buy that company too, by the way. Richardson respects the decision made by head coach Shane Steichen. The Colts quarterback reacts to Daniel Jones winning the starting job. I think that's because he knows he can get it right back pretty easy. But you got to stay healthy, though, Richardson. You got to stay healthy, man. Boy. Okay, what else we got? Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. deported to Mexico. That happened about a month ago. But anyway, after the deportation to Mexico, he's also wanted for alleged cartel ties. Yeah, he pushing that dope. He moving that dope. Damn. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. said, y'all better move that dope. Arch still talking. And nobody says a thing when Arch talks. But Prime, LeBron, those guys, those fathers talk too much. But not Arch. He can just keep talking, right? Grandfather. Arch said, no. Well, it says Arch, but Arch is the one talking. No draft decision yet. Manning sets the record straight after Archie's recent comments. Okay, never mind, I read that wrong. So grandson said, pump your brakes, Grandpa. I didn't say I wasn't going to enter the draft. I didn't say I was going to enter the draft. Just hold your horses there, Pawpaw. I like that. Arch putting it out there. Manning sets the record straight after Archie's recent comments. And you know that was him saying that he's not going to enter the draft. That's good news for you, Saint fan. That's good news for you. Maybe he will enter. I think if Texas does what Texas is anticipated to do, he'll be just fine, and he will be in that 2026 draft. The Miami Heat are trying to trade Terry Rozier. Who cares? Miami willing to deal Terry for just about anything. Wow. They actually reported that. Just about anything. According to 5 Reasons Sports Network. 5 Reasons Sports Network? Who are these sources? Mac Jones, that's my quarterback, my backup quarterback. He's out for the Chargers. I mean, he will be out versus the Chargers this weekend. The 49ers backup quarterback dealing with a knee sprain. The Giants said they will not trade Jameis Winston. Okay, so they're going to roll with 3 quarterbacks? Because Russ is the starter, right? Jameis not getting traded. I guess they're going to roll with 3 quarterbacks. The New York Giants executive rules out any move amid the interest in Jameis Winston. So people are actually calling for Mr. 30-30. All right. The WNBA broke a record, an attendance record. Over 2.3 million fans have attended this year's games with the month still left in the season. Pretty impressive. And Caitlin Clark hasn't been playing. Pretty impressive. Angel Reese hasn't been playing either, I don't think, here lately. Shadur Sanders is getting hated on like Angel Reese. Man, the internet is so trifling, man. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. One and done. We out. I'm gonna read a few comments and I'm gonna go and get out of here. I have not ate all day. I'm really starving. Sam the Don says paying Purdy was a crazy move. They better off going to get Cam Newton. Well, I don't agree with that part, but yeah, I think it was crazy to pay him what they paid him. And if you tell me who they would have replaced him with, I would have said I would have tried to go get Aaron Rodgers for 1 year, and then we'll test. If it's a bad year, we'll go get Arch. Point blank. I was thinking in that area when he kept saying, yeah, 45 ain't gonna work for me. I was like, damn, he turned that down. That's good money, bruh. You was making like $1 million last year. That's a $44 million raise. And he still got 53. I ain't got nothing to say. He's got it now. Let's see what he does. But you may be right, though, Sam Dadon. That guy Yeager. Oh, I missed some stuff here. Hold up. That's why the red zone so bad. You can't even get 20 yards. Right. Sam Dadon also said exactly what I was talking about. I used to love wrestling. Just got back into it, and it's heartbreaking that... It's heartbreaking Don't even watch it. I still watch old matches. Just watched Undertaker and Mankind. Now you watching the good stuff there, Sam. You watching the good stuff. That's what I do too for the most part. That guy Yeager says that's why my Dolphins can never win. Oh, Yeager, I didn't know you were a Dolphins fan. Or did I? I don't know if I've ever knew that. Damn, okay. All right, Dolphin. He said, that's why my Dolphins can never win, never had an elite O-line. This has been an ongoing issue for years and years and years. Hey, man, maybe he got that from Kyle. You know, that offense, that's what it is. It's the system. And that's why I say F the market when it comes down to these people getting paid certain money on a contract. And that's why I'm starting to say F the system. I think these coaches don't go best player available enough in the draft. Just my honest opinion. The Houston Texans had Bobby Slowick, offensive coordinator. He got fired. Mike McDaniel's going to get fired. Kyle Shanahan, I'm still crossing my fingers on that. Unless we win a Super Bowl, of course. That's 3 coaches I just gave you. 3 that all run the same offense, and they all got shut down. It all looked bad. It was all at the bottom half if you look at the stats number-wise. That tells me that they think that offensive scheme is so good with the timing and how the ball comes out quick with these slants and these skinny posts, because that's all the fuck they run. And some jet sweeps and stuff. Other than that, it's just run down your throat. That's it. They think that because of the scheme and the timing of it, of that offense, the ball comes out at a certain amount of time. If we do our job, or as Kyle would say, if you just do your fucking job, everything will work just well. Don't worry about that's Ben Barch. Don't worry that Trent Williams ain't playing this week. If you just do what I tell you to do, the ball's going to come out. You won't even get hit. And that don't always happen, though, y'all. We know that, right? And then what I hate about Kyle is he waits till the worst time to draw up one of these crazy, innovative plays, like you finally decide to get creative. And then when he does that, it'll be some crazy stuff where you need to have everybody blocked up correctly. And it'll be a blown assignment because that's the one time he doesn't let Kittle block. He's out running the route, but this bum missed his block, and now Purdy's injured. Stuff like that. And get rid of him. What else we got here? But yeah, as far as that goes, that guy Yeager, the Dolphins, the Texans, the Niners, anybody that runs Shanahan's offense. Are you starting to see the trend now where it's going? It's going down. And they don't address the offensive line. You're telling me the Dolphins don't. My Niners don't. The Texans were 24th last year with the O-line. Their O-line was ranked 24th, 25th. I don't know what's up. And then they had a good tackle and they traded him. I don't understand. I hope C.J. Stroud is going to be all right. But remember, they traded dude a while back in the offseason. Damn. The dude that had the smoke mask on or whatever when he got drafted. I can't even think of his name. But he's going to be an HOFer one day, right? He might have fell off a little bit, but he's still pretty good. He can block. Blindside guy. I can't think of his name, but not the Blindside movie, but damn, I can't think of that dude's name for nothing. But they traded him somewhere, and I don't know why. The Texans done that. Paying Purdy was a crazy move. Okay, I said that. Drake May for MVP. Okay, there's the Drake May fans again. We'll see. You could be right. Sam the Don said facts. Kyle, he in the hot seat. He has to get it done, or this might be his last chance to win it. I've been saying that for the past couple of years, and it still won't be on the hot seat, and he still won't get fired because Jed York is a dumbass. But I can't really complain about him not saying anything or firing anybody because at one point he was doing it so much, fans were like, dude, chill. Just shut the hell up and get out the way. And lately, he has shut the hell up and stayed out of the way. I have to tip my hat to him for that. But now it's time to talk again. It's time to come back out. And it's time to, it's time to start whooping ass and taking names. Starting with Kyle. John Lynch can stay. And I know he's not even our real general manager, quote unquote, but he can stay. Give him another title, let him hang around. He knows what he doesn't know. Kyle thinks he knows everything. There's nothing he doesn't know. And that's what has really worn thin with me and a lot of Niner fans. Dan Marino only had 1,000-yard rusher. during his tenure with the Dolphins. Damn. Where you pull that up at, Dre? Brady's the 7-time GOAT can come back today and win his 8th with the Jets, says the realist. Damn. How about doing with the Niners? I don't know, could he do that or not, though, the realist. I don't know. That arm looked shot the last season we saw him play, though. What's up, Wilco? What's up, DB Flame? And some of them, I guess, they disappeared. All right, y'all. Time for me to go ahead and get out of here. Not washed, but rinsed. Yeah, rinsed. If you ain't washed, you're rinsed. But you're real close to being washed. Is Devontae Adams rinsed? Or is he going to come back and have a good year? He hadn't had a good year since Green Bay. Now, he had a decent year with the Raiders. With it being the Raiders, he made the most out of nothing. That wasn't bad, considering the situation. But he's trying to get away from Garoppolo by leaving the Raiders, and now he's fell right back into Garoppolo's locker room again. Is he rinsed? Is he washed? Or is he going to show us some Randy Moss type-ish? You know, when he sucked with the Raiders and then he didn't suck at all when he got to the Patriots. A team that he wanted to be a part of. We'll see. Why did the Heat trade for Terry Rozier to begin with? Why? I know. The man wasn't going to contribute anything. Yeah, they're trying to trade Terry Rozier right now as we speak for anything. That's what the report said. I don't know, Yeager. Are you a Miami Heat fan too? Matter of fact, are you in 305? If you are, man, what's up? What's up? I need to come holler at you and show me around. I've never been in the 305. He's talking Dolphins. He's talking Heat. He gotta be from Miami. He may not be in Miami, but I bet you he's from Miami. Yeah, the Dolphins fan, my whole 31-year life. It's the burden I carry, man. It's okay. It's okay. I had an uncle that was a big Dolphins fan. May he rest in peace. Loved Dan Marino. Didn't really watch anybody but Dan Marino. We be watching the game. What time Dan Marino come on? What? Damn. What's the score, dickhead? I don't know. How about you sit down and watch it? But he loved Dan Marino. Dan Marino. He was that dude, man. He was that dude. Let's see here. That guy Yeager, Sam the Don said, now it's a sack. Yep, typical Kyle. Yep. Kyle, the Steve Kerr of the NFL. Oh. Well, Steve Kerr got championships. I'm sorry, that one went over my head, Sam. Are you saying that Steve Kerr is an overrated coach? You sounding like Terrence, my co-host. Well, whenever he's here with me, he said that he thought that. Do you think that? He's got championships. Multiple championships. I know he got Steph Curry, but I hate to say this shit out loud, but hell. What's his name had him too? I can't even think of his damn name. He's been out for TV so long, man. Damn, I cannot think of his name. The coach before Steve Kerr got there. Somebody help me out. Brain freeze again. I don't know. Steve Kerr? Kyle is Steve Kerr of the NFL. I've never heard that one. Tay will improve, but I think this starts the slow decline. Tay? Who was that? I'm from ATL, but a Patriots fan and a Clipper fan. Oh, that's Sam there talking about that. But the Dolphin, I'm trying to see if that guy Yeager is in Miami. Sam, you're a Patriot? Okay. I'm still trying to figure out who is Tay. Oh, Devontae. Damn, y'all. I forgot y'all do that because you can only get so many words in. I'm sorry, y'all. Devontae Adams, yeah. Do you think he's washed? That guy Yeager said he's definitely rinsed. Yeah, I mean, because everybody was so hyped up on, Aaron Rodgers got his boy back. Here come the Jets. Jets. Yeah, that plane crashed. That jet crashed. It must have went into the damn World Trade Center or something. I don't know. But I didn't see where all the hype was about. So he may be a little rinsed. And if that's the case, then maybe Aaron Rodgers will be better than what people think he'll be in Pittsburgh with a DK Metcalf. I don't know. He didn't play any preseason either. Him or DK. I didn't see nothing. I don't think that was wise. Come on, Mike Tomlin. You're trying to get fired or what? 305 all day. There he is. He is in the 305. That's what's up. Mr. Miami Vice. All right, that's what I'm going to start calling that guy. That guy Yeager, man. Thank you, man. He's been rocking with me for a while now, and I appreciate it. Off Curry, but since the 5-time All-Star, he can't do anything. He is terrible at adjusting. Oh, damn. He is terrible at adjusting every year. They won. They were close to giving it up. Thank you, Sam. Mark Jackson. I could not think of his name for nothing. I knew the Mark part, but I don't know. Jackson never came to mind. Do y'all agree with Sam the Don on TikTok right now? I mean, on YouTube? He is saying that Steve Kerr has been overrated. Really, the entire time. And he's just been winning with talent. I don't know. Is that a great debate or not? I'll have to go back and check that out and look and see. I actually thought that he was better than what they give him credit for. I thought he was a little underrated. Maybe not garbage. Can we at least say he's kind of like Phil Jackson? Phil Jackson didn't get the credit he deserves either because he had Michael Jordan, he had Pippen, he had Kukoc. People thought that, he had the GOAT. I could have won with him. But it wasn't easy. If you watched The Last Dance, there was things that other coaches probably couldn't do, like handle Dennis Rodman. Getting Michael Jordan to buy into the system called the triangle offense that Michael Jordan at that time didn't want hearing nothing. Just give me the damn ball. This team sucks. Just give me the ball. That is the system. Wasn't he the one that said when they said there ain't no I in team? And he said, but it is in win. I think he said it before Kobe did. So, I don't know. Maybe is Steve Kerr not even Phil Jackson? I don't know. That one got me. You stunned me with that one, Sam. I thought y'all loved Steve Kerr. Okay. But anyway, I was trying to say that Mark Jackson had Steve Kerr too. They were still young, but didn't they just get so much better when Steve Kerr took over? Like he took it back to the fundamentals. Screen, pick, splash. Screen, roll around, pick, splash. Like, damn, this is the way basketball is. I can't lie, this does look pretty cool. It's just, it ain't my team, shit. But yeah, I don't know, man. He's not as good as Coach Eric Spoelstra. Now, Spoelstra is good, but y'all, I've been hearing that for so long. If he's so good, how come he don't ever do anything? And he ain't been to the finals I'll take that back. But Jimmy Butler took that team to the finals. How can we say Eric Spoelstra is a good coach, even though I've seen like him only be successful when he had Wade and Bosh and LeBron, and then they were irrelevant, and then they got Jimmy Butler, and then they were relevant again, and now he's gone, and now they're kind of irrelevant again. Now I'm not saying he's not a good coach because I've always been a fan of Spoelstra, but at some point we got to ask, what have you done for me lately? If you're good, shouldn't they be in the postseason every year? Shouldn't they be at least a top 5, 6, 7 seed? I don't know. I'm just asking now. I'm not really debating it with you. I'm just asking. I'm not saying you're wrong. Raider Drox. Luka looks good. He scored 35 today, and he looks faster, too. That's good to know. He had a scare yesterday. Day before yesterday. Got hurt over the weekend. I think this is good for him if he can stay healthy. Playing Euro basketball over there. Coming back. This will make LeBron proud. If he can run the floor. But being in shape still doesn't mean you're going to play defense. Let's see if he does that. Now, I'm a Clippers fan. I got beef with them, but I think Kerr had an obvious effect. But once the splash not working, he has no other look, and his defensive sets are horrid. Oh, damn. Okay. That guy Yeager said talent. Sam the Don said, to be fair, Eric need a certain team, and I didn't believe in the Butler Heat. They weren't ready, and they overperformed, and that's why I fell off. Oh, that's why it fell off so bad. They were never ready. So you're saying they overachieved. I got you. The Heat are always in the playoffs. You can only do so much without talent. Okay. Were the Heat in the playoffs this season? Okay, I'll give you that. They're always like 8th seed though when they get in, right? I mean, it seems like it's always Miami and Atlanta just trying to crawl in, and it seems like it's been like that since the early 90s. for as long as I can remember. Same old thing. Okay, y'all. I said I was going to get out of here, and I'm about to do it for real this time. Roman made that team with his intangibles. Oh, Rodman. Yeah, right. Rodman, the realist. Thank you for the comment, the realist. Prime Popovich was unstoppable. Now, that's the GOAT. Mr. Chicano. Yes, that's the GOAT. Hope all is well with Pop, health-wise. What we talking about, fam? Man, we've been talking about a little bit of everything. I came to talk about Anthony Richardson, who lost his starting QB1 position today to Daniel Jones. He's the starter for now. I talked about Jim Harbaugh and all the heat that Michigan is taking, and Harbaugh doesn't have to really take any of it at all because he got on down right before the heat came. And I talked about a few people that are in and out, training camp news, training camp updates. That's pretty much it. But my time is up, y'all. I've been here for nearly 90 minutes. So it's time to go on and get out of here and, get some dinner or something. NXT is also on. I may watch a little bit of NXT and see what Obafemi and Trick Williams them got going on tonight. I think Chelsea Green will be on there, so I'll check that out. And, yeah, that's it. That's all I got, y'all. Again, congratulations to Big Jimmy Uso and Naomi, but I'm so sad because, damn it, I love Naomi. She was doing such a great job. I mean, this was the highlight of her career. Like, not saying that she's had a terrible career, but she's never been this good. And you just kind of got to know she'll never get that fire again. She'll never catch that steam again, or they won't pick that steam up. All right, it did cut off on me. I knew it would, and it did. Sorry. Might as well cut this one out too. My TikTok just ended. It's been a good show though. It's been a good show. I enjoyed y'all, and I thank y'all for being here with me. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'll be back tomorrow. I want to say noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific as usual. That's when I'm on weekdays, TikTok and YouTube Live. But I can't say for sure what time. That's why you just got to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because if you do that, I'm going to pop up when I pop up. All right, y'all. Until we heat again, I will see y'all tomorrow with some content. We will chop it up. Raiders Drock said, honestly, the Clippers should just move to like Texas or something. They don't belong in LA. I know, right? They don't belong in the league with their old asses. They think they're doing something, though, because they got all those big names on the roster. Barnacle said, yes, sir. Be easy, Unc. Same to you, brother. Thank y'all so much, kings and queens. Y'all have a good evening. And again, y'all be safe out there. And we'll do it again tomorrow. Peace.